What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about overall stock market. But before we dive into this video, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel, get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading live in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into it, guys. Dow is down 1%, nasdaq down 1.82%, massive beat down here on all the tech stocks, and S&P down 1.64%. Russell 2000 small caps getting a big beat down again today and breaking down below that head and shoulder pattern and the neckline, and now it's down 1.55%. And here on 11 sectors, all in deep red today. On top, healthcare, utilities, consumer defensive, energy. So at risk of move again here in the market. On bottom, real estate, consumer cyclical, basic materials, communication services, industrials, and then technology. And look at the stock market map. Nvidia was down yesterday, I think 3%. And in top of that, now it's down another 3%. Google down 2.5%. Meta down 1.31%. Tesla down 2.5%. Amazon down 4.5%. And look at right here, Apple down close to 1%. AMD getting a beat down over 4%. Also right here, Microsoft down on the day 0.39%. So across the board, pretty much everything in deep red today. Market didn't like what Jerome Powell said yesterday, and that is why we're seeing that big sell-off. And not to mention that we do get some sort of a sell-off, especially end of this month. And looking at SPY ETF, it's definitely looking extremely oversold. I mean, look at this lower Bollinger Band sitting at 434.49 and SPY sitting close to 430. That is extremely oversold. Now on shorter time frame, 15-minute, hourly, 2-hour, 4-hour, and even if you go back to a daily chart like here, RSI getting a bit oversold. So I would say, guys, right here, I mean, yes, it could be a day sell-off, maybe a week worth of sell-off we're getting, but I think in the short term, due for a bounce. Now I could be wrong, and market can care less about what I think, but I think a bounce is possible up to 435 to 436, and who knows, maybe even this gap getting filled tomorrow, 438. Now look at this, guys, the sell-off continuing, and this is gonna be a big level to watch on a weekly time frame, 430 on SPY, because if that gives up, nothing will save this market from coming all the way down here to close this gap around 422. So tomorrow morning you want to watch 430 critical support on SPY ETF. Now I think what's going to happen, we might be slightly undercutting and going under 430 and then coming back up and running back up to 435 to 436 on SPY ETF. So keep that in mind. This is the weekly support 430, but if that gives up, I'll not be shorting the market, but market can move all the way down to 423.22 right here to close this gap all the way down here. Now above 430, there is a chance for a move back up to 435 to 436, and maybe next week possibly filling this gap at 438.43 from today. And here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. And I do post a lot of my trade ideas, especially the ones that I share with my Patreon group, and then my charts, my daily, weekly expected moves on various products, and also all my videos are coming out. And this is the easiest way you can get in touch with me right here on X. And look at this play that I took. I mean, this is not the only one that I played today, but Microsoft, guys, calls from bottom, 320 calls, exploded. This thing got up to almost 325. So that was massive today on Microsoft. I think it was over 300%, but I think I locked in at around 150% on Microsoft. And then this one from yesterday, unfortunately, because of J Powell, I sold it. Look at this one here, guys. Shorting at 285, getting 280 puts, and now it's sitting at, I think, 272. And this one also, that was a big trade yesterday, and this thing came down under 300, going down to 296, I believe, today. So that was another one from yesterday. And like I said, all my videos, my charts, daily, weekly expected moves right here, whatever I'm doing in the market, I do post a lot of things right here on X. Now, especially if you consider joining my Patreon, yes, I would like to help people, and also people are helping and supporting my channel, but I don't really want people that are not serious, guys. Like, if you're only serious, and you want to learn, and you want to just be your own boss and learn trading, then yes, Patreon is the way to go, and I'll have the link down below in the description. So on Triple Q, it's down close to 2%. I don't know why we will saying 1% here. That is a glitch. So, just ignore that. It's trading at 357, getting extremely oversold. Also nearing a big support, 355 right here. So on Triple Q, you want to watch 355 as a support. And just below that, could be going under 355 and retouching 350. Now also this one getting oversold. Lower Bollinger Band sitting at 360 and Triple Q trading at 357. So I think we might see a push back up to 360 and then possibly going slightly higher, or at least we will see some sort of an attempt to close this gap on top, 364.46 from today. But watch the resistance at 360 and the support at 355 and then 350. On DIA, it's down over 1%, and this one also getting a bit oversold, touching the lower Bollinger Band and slightly trading under at the closing. And looks like early as tomorrow, we could see DIA filling this gap just under 340. So this is going to be a key level for a bounce tomorrow to watch. Now, overall condition of the market, definitely not looking strong. It's weak, so you want to watch these levels, guys, right here, 340 and the gap right below it. And DIA cannot hold right here, then the next stop will be down here, 332, to close this gap on DIA. Now to the upside, we got a gap on top, so if there is a bounce, watch out for a move back up to 344.45, 344.20 to close this gap on top. And there is going to be a big resistance at 346. I don't know if DIA can make it up to 346 tomorrow, but I think 344.45 right here to close this gap, that's possible, and retest blue line 5 SMA right here. Now below this support, like I said, it's gonna look extremely bearish for more downside, and possibly by end of this month at some point below 340 you're going to see DIA filling this gap also right here at 332. On IWM, this is a head and shoulder pattern. So this one here, just because we're selling off, I mean, look at this sell off. That does not mean that you go and short IWM right here, guys. I mean, if you're doing that, that is a very dangerous game you're playing with your account. And I just don't like shorting things that are getting extremely oversold. I would like to short on a bounce. I don't like shorting when the market is already selling off for multiple days, and especially in this case, it's selling off for almost 2 weeks. So I would not be shorting. I would not be looking to short IWM at this point. Watch for the support and the gap fill right here, 176. And if that don't hold, the next stop, 171.56. To the upside, it needs to get over 178. We tried today, failed right here. Above 178, you are going to see IWM filling this gap close to 180 and possibly retesting the neckline again before the next leg down, which is around 181, also aligned with this blue line 5 SMA right here on this daily chart, and then 183. So tomorrow you want to watch for a bounce. 178 needs to break, and then the gap above just below 180. We also have resistance at 181, and that is this neckline right here on IWM. We also have this gap below 178. Looks like it's trading at 176. Couple more pennies right here, and then you're going to see IWM filling this gap around 176, and this should be a good support right here on IWM to hold, but nothing is guaranteed, so you gotta watch and have your stop losses in place if you do end up buying IWM at 176. On VIX, it's up whopping 16%, a massive destruction on VIX. It's up over 17 bucks, almost touching $18. Now, look at this Bollinger Band, and I talked about it last night. It was sitting at 1645, I believe, right here, guys. And now, this thing actually expanding. And if you look at my screen, this Bollinger Band expands all the way up to 18, then 20. You're going to see more upside on VIX and more downside on S&P 500. So you want to watch tomorrow, especially if you're trading tomorrow, you want to watch VIX at 18 and especially SPY at 430. This thing gets a breakout above 18, more downside on SPY ETF, and this thing gets rejected from 18 bucks, you're going to see a pullback down to 1685 to retrace upper Bollinger Band right here, and then possibly can come down even more down to 16 bucks. So VIX definitely on a big run. I mean, you cannot ignore a candle like this on VIX. And look at this. I mean, this thing was down slightly, I think, when the market opened, but dip buyers buying up the dip. I mean, look at this big bullish engulfing candle, and you cannot ignore something like this. But also, you know, last time I called it right here, it was getting really overbought, and then we saw a huge dump off. And now it's not quite there yet, but look at this. It's trading above upper Bollinger Band. This Bollinger Band has to expand, and then you're going to see a big move on VIX. Until then, I mean, this thing can get rejected from 18 and then can come down and retest or actually retrace upper Bollinger Band, and that is around 1685. So keep an eye on this one, guys. It's on the move, and 18 breaks, then definitely this Bollinger Band will expand, and you're going to see VIX getting up to 20 very soon. And look at TNX right here, guys. A massive, massive rally, up 3%. And finally, I mean, this was looking like a double top right here, and a lot of people were calling it, even myself. But now it's not. It's out of the window. We don't have a double top on TNX. It's a breakout. Look at this breakout. And now it's getting a bit frothy, trading above upper Bollinger Band, and that is around 44.40. So yes, tomorrow we could see some sort of a retracement down to 44.40, or maybe even down to this breakout, and that is around 43.67. That would still be a really bullish move, even if this thing gets down here to retest this breakout right here. We gapped up today, and this one just ran, and that is why we saw that big sell-off in the market. So the dollar index, US dollar, also breaking out today, up 0.25%, and looks like it's on its way to 105.88, and that is going to be the next stop on dollar, and it could be going there early as next week. Now on a pullback, you want to watch this support right here, guys. This channel right here, so far every time we saw a pullback to this channel, it's holding. So now it's actually around 105, so you want to watch 105 as a support here on dollar. But I think you're going to see at least a retest of this high right here, and that is around 106 on dollar. So keep all these levels and watch tomorrow, especially if you're trading tomorrow. You need to watch dollar index, TNX, and also VIX and SPY ETF at 430, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated tomorrow.